Alright guys, welcome into our first ever exhibition on the S2 tournament. We're very excited about this. We've got Unknown coming in as Error404 versus Demonheadz. And we see the Eerie add-on where everybody starts weakened, and the other add-on is that you become weakened when a generator becomes completed. These are very strong add-ons. I personally use them. And for our build, we have Ruin, Painless, Agi, and Corrupt. Now, if your Ruin is in a good spot, that can come in handy. And we see our first down already. Very nice shot by our Unknown here. We're gonna bring our survivor into the map more. Hopefully looking for a pain rise. We do chase a survivor off of that generator, which was Ruin. We love to see.
Already see an Error coming in, doing a very good job. They do have a good add-on, which is the iridescent one, which is actually quite good to see in this kind of setup, how powerful it's going to be. So, but, you know, it is going to be good for the beginning. Obviously, once they use it the first time, it doesn't really affect them as much, but we got to be careful here. So, already getting points on the board already. This is looking very nice. And yes, guys, welcome to our very first Expedition game. This is where we're going to be testing balancing, you know, and whatnot, and even trying different things out as well, too, just to see how it works to update our balancing for our next season, which is going to be our $1,000 tournament. So, I know some of you guys might be questioning the perks, like our add-ons or whatever, but this is like, you know, we have the general balancing, and we're going to be going through just testing some things, and, you know, and getting things set up for the next tournament, as we're going to be having a bigger prize pool and a bigger killer pool as well too, giving teams more freedom and ability to select different killers and whatnot in the picks and bans process. And we appreciate everybody being here. And signups are available. We have games open Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays and Sundays too as well. A very open schedule if any teams are interested in joining. As we see the second hook state coming in on the ace, they were able to get the pick up on Kate. You know, so that's not as bad. But that second hook state is not looking good on the ace with no generator progression on this so far.
On the key, but at a cost and at a price. So that means somebody off of a generator during that entire time, and the second hook state onto Marvel there. Behind the gate again. Instantly re-weaken her. Very nice shot. Wow, he's lying to get the heck out of there. He needs to dodge this shot and is unable to.
Alright, bet. Here we go. We're gonna see our first hook here on the K. Looks like we saw Faz coming and getting the on hook and used border people, even where Ace does not get. Oh my goodness, goes down. That iridescent add-on is definitely broken. I didn't know that we had it allowed, because I definitely would have said maybe not, but this is going to showcase the fact that this is a very broken add-on. It gives the Unknown a lot of pressure in the beginning. As we can see here, we're seeing our fourth hook state with only one generator left. But there is no tunnel out. We do have two survivors hooked, so they're going to have to be very careful here. And so, yeah, the very demanding start so far. As we can see, the survivors are going around trying not to get caught. They need to be staring at the Unknown to get the weakening status effect off.
You see his teleport right to the unhook. Yeah, that iridescent add-on is very strong. I wonder, is this our DS player? Because we just got off hook. And we are fighting very hard for that. It was no. I don't know. I need to look at his perks, because we're very aggressively trying to protect our person who is dead.
Alright, sorry. I was getting the scorecard up just to make sure I got everything going good on my end, just because, yeah.
We have seen a lot how strong this iridescent add-on is in this match already. Our killer did not have to worry about weakening the survivors to get a hit onto them. It took a lot of damage.
So yeah, seeing most of the iridescent add-ons, some of them aren't really good at all, but like with killers like, just giving you an example, right? Mastermind, how you have the Ouroboros in the beginning of the match, right? That's a little bit easier to counter because you're able to go get it into a crate and spray yourself. But with a killer like the Unknown, you actually have to be either in chase or around his area and have to stare at him to get it down. Very nice. This Error404 is doing a very good job of knowing exactly where to shoot the survivors at, which is really nice here.
He's doing a very good job of weakening people as they go and getting downs with the power. You can see this person has practiced a lot. We do not quite get that That's one thing about this power, and I love that about this power, is it hits through walls. So a lot of things that you would normally do in looping, especially the shack walls here, you can't hug the shack wall here because otherwise you're gonna get hit.
Right, you have to be careful. And it does counter for the survivors a different style of gameplay because of that fact. So like for instance, thinking about it, like when you think about it in the back of your head, you know that you cannot be hugging these walls because if you do, you're more than likely gonna get hit with his ability of his UX, whatever it's called. What is it? I can't remember.
UVX.
Yeah, UVX, which makes him such a strong killer because players have to play differently. And you know, not being able to hug these pallets, not being able to hug these walls as well too, makes it to where it's gonna be harder to get distance from the killer. You know, and it could force an M1 as well too. So survivors have been able to slow it down, the pressure a little bit, right? We saw a second hook stay, you know, and 2 hooks. So they're doing good, resetting the game, getting it back, the momentum back in their favor. Very nice as we see the second generator popping here.
They are, and they, as you see, they're trying to get rid of the hallucinations. He does have a lot in very good spots there. We saw somebody get hit with killer instinct. Very nice, dead hard. Ooh, but we have a teleport right there, which just looks like it's going to be a down. Now, do we have somebody by for the pallet save? We do not. You'll notice the killers will emote on pallets so that they drop directly below them and don't get backflipped. So it's easier to get saved.
Yep, we're seeing this.
Excellent job, our killer.
Too. Nice. They still had 2 gens. They actually came back. At first, I thought we were going to see a one-sided affair just a little bit based off of the fact that the team was like getting a lot of pressure on them. But unfortunately, we didn't see that, and like they were able to reset the pressure back on the killer, and you know, and make the game go in their favor just a tiny bit more than what we thought we were going to see at the very beginning. So nice gameplay from the Demonheadz. You know, staying in here, especially with that strong iridescent add-on, and we do have ruin and pain. I mean, you know, pain res and agitation corrupt. Obviously, we've already seen that, but let's see what the survivors are doing. Yep, they're sticking on generators. They might just let the Renato die here. They might, you know, and just try to pressure. Oh, no, it looks like we have,
He might be coming in. I guess we're rid of the weekend, which is... Oh, it's going to be a trade, though, which is very good. For that. Getting an unhook against this killer while weakened is very dangerous.
Yes, indeed, it definitely is. I agree 100% with you. And this is, like I said, like you said earlier, Dragon, this is going to be our first time ever having the Unknown played in the S2 tournaments. And for an expedition match, you know, first time having to hit this killer, and you know, first expedition match is very nice.
It's been a good game so far. This hook is so nice for our killer here. As we've seen a bunch of use out of it, he can harass the gens from here with his power and keep an eye on the hook here. This is a beautiful hook placement.
Alright, yeah, sorry, I'm just making sure we're keeping score on the scorecards. My bad. Here we got, okay, killer has 15 points. Wanted to make sure everything is good to go, and we are set. But yeah, man, they got another generator done. The killer is trying to secure that death hook here, and that's why they're staying around the hook, trying to make sure that the Kate dies. They need to get 1 kill at least here, and to make it a little bit more pressure, especially with the Renato being injured. And we see Ace over there, Marvel, trying to get his attention, but can't do too much, and we do pop the last generator. Very nice here.
Hold on, my survivors. They chose to just power through the ruin. Ooh. But our Ace gets sweat out going in the door, and since he is weakened, gets a very, very fast injury. Onto our Ace. While this is normally a good spot to be a survivor against this power, it's not as safe.
They do get the exit gates open here. Very nice. I think we're gonna be seeing a 2-man out at least. So let's see. We got triple death, 2 hooks, death hook, no hook.
Oh, okay, I guess mind gamed a little bit there.
Wait a second. Who wasn't hooked at all?
I don't remember what character they were playing.
Okay, so the final score is going to be 19-19. Very nice here. And guys, we will be back with our next game here as we get set up. Here are the perks for the matchup. And like we said, this is our very first expedition match. We are very excited. We will be hosting these. Alright, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the little lengthy time for these setups. As we're saying, you know, these are 2 new teams to the tournament. They're just making sure that all their, perks are good to go and whatnot, and we're, getting everything set up. But we are back with our second game of the first set with the Unknown on Auto Haven Wreckers. Very nice here. I'm excited to see how they're going to play this, knowing what the win con is. Like, they just want to prove themselves, what I'm saying? This is their first time being here, and they want to make themselves, known in this tournament, and that they're, forced to be reckoned with. So I'm excited to see how Demonheadz is going to play. E4, Error going down very quickly here. Maybe they had a survivor in the background lurking? No. You see two survivors getting work on the gens, but another one getting close to working on the generator. So Dragon, knowing that this is, the second set, what do you think is going on, and how do you like these unknown sets?
Thank you, no, I find it to be a very fun and interesting killer, and that was a very fast down. I mean, if you remember, that killer had a hallucination in that jungle gym right there, so it was a very tough choice for that survivor. You get the chance of him teleporting or the chance of him running into his veins. It's not easy when they have a hallucination drop down in your loop. Making very good use of this Eerie add-on there. Does not get the hit onto Nia.
Yeah, very decent start. We already see that Nia got the weakened status effect off of them already, which is going to be good here. They did have a fast down, which is not good. But no stacks of pain res being used just yet. The ace going down as well too. Survivors are pressuring the generators. Besides, no, two of them are not. They need to get back on the generators pretty fast. If Baz here decides not to go for a pain res hit, let's see. Nothing's not. Very interesting decision here, which will actually pay off in the long run.
I wonder if his pain res hooks are all on the other side of the map, as happens sometimes. Aggies can help a decent amount, but they're really, really bad. But we see the teleport here, and I think it was, I don't know which survivor we chased off of the generator. It doesn't quite get that weakness on a Nia.
I really do like these of the Unknown. I think it's a very great original chapter. It really does embody like an unknown. No one knows like where he came from, and just his power and his ability to teleport. I like how fast it is too, and like how at first people didn't think you could control where you could put your hallucinations, but you can. And we've seen these comp teams take real good advantage of that, setting them up in 3-gen areas and stuff like that. And Faz doing a good job so far. 2 hooks, no pain reses, 2 stacks of no way out. He's looking very good, and back on the ace here. We see that the Sable does take a hit. We have 3 injured survivors. Decisive strike still in the back pocket of Ace here. So if the Unknown does go for him, it will be a decisive strike play. So, endurance from I don't know what that's from.
He dead-hearted.
Oh,
He dead-hearted. It
okay.
took me a second to realize it as well. I assumed.
Yeah, okay. I was confused.
Sorry.
Nice, dead hard.
Because
That dead hard is so
usually
good.
you see the DS into the dead hard, but yeah. You know what? That is one thing about this killer's power, though. It is very dead hardable.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, it is very, very dead hardable. It's pretty easy to dead hard, but we see a very fast down into the Nia. We see the second ad on the green one coming into play. When you pop a generator, you become weakened. Which means if there's 2 of you on it, somebody should let go before the generator gets popped, otherwise you both get weakened.
And guess what, guys? That's gonna be the first stack of pain res finally coming in for the killer. They definitely needed that right now in this setup here. Just finally getting it on the 3rd hook. Well, hey, this is gonna come in valuable now because the survivors might have popped 2 generators, but now we're gonna be seeing that stack of pain res coming in and 8 generators away, and it's gonna slow it down a little bit, for this Unknown here as Faz keeps on playing. Demonheadz doing really well. This is a very interesting matchup. I'm excited to have these teams. Like I said, they are first time playing in the SP tournaments. As we see the down going on the table, very nice.
Absolutely, this is an exciting game, and along with having those 3 pain res still in the killer's pocket. 2 now, we use the pain res right there, so I start to slow the generators down more. We also have 4 stacks of no way out, and we get the double weekend on the reset. This is where this killer becomes very, very dangerous. If you are grouped up, you can hit multiple of you.
Yeah, Faz has been able to keep pressure on the survivors damn near since the beginning of the game. Just doing a very good job of keeping the pressure up and making the survivors, take hits from each other, go for safe unhooks. All those things that come in of, just be playing like very pressured wise, and it's very good here as he continues on pushing up with 3 generators left.
Absolutely, and he is using It has a great use of the teleport to get back to areas of the map it really needs to get back to ASAP. That generator had very good progress on it, and it needed to be returned to. That is one of the bigger strengths of this killer, is his mobility. The teleport is very fast.
And we see another down coming in. Very nice. Okay, nice. Okay, we're gonna be seeing another hook. Is this gonna be the second hook for Sable, if I'm not mistaken?
It is.
And the second stack of pain
indeed.
res. Very nice. Good. He's starting
Her pain res was used already on her first hook.
Oh, I see.
She is one of the, she is one of the two that the pain res has already been used on. Or we find somebody at Shack, which honestly is my favorite place when I'm playing Unknown, to chase the survivor, just because you can hit through the walls there, and the normal safe check spots, they are not safe, so I find that a lot of fun. I find it very interesting the way that you have to play against this killer. And we're protecting that generator, making sure that it regresses while also protecting the hug. It's a good spot for our killer right here.
Yes, very good here. I'm loving the gameplay so far. And you know, the Unknown might be the newest killer technically still, until, you know, the Lich or whatever you want to call him is going to be added to the game. But, you know, we're already seeing him used in comp in very interesting gameplays. I love seeing the new killers come in and how these comp teams are able to adapt to playing as and against them. It's very interesting. It really is, because they don't have much time to get that set up, and they still do it. Very nice. It adds just so much more variety to the comp scene, and we love to see that.
Absolutely, it's always so much fun to see new things coming in. Do we get that hit? Not quite, just a little bit short there. But we do still see the down come in on the Renato.
And we hear the Unknown talking to himself.
He does indeed. He mimics the voices of people. Very creepy. Very creepy. We get the Ace weakened again. He's doing a very good job of keeping his survivors weakened, keeping them on their toes.
Yes, guaranteed. Okay, sorry. We're getting set up. The last thing set up for the next set, guys. I just wanted to get everything downloaded, everything good to go. And we have 2 generators left, but, you know, Error is starting to slowly feel the pressure from Faz now, but it's still going both ways. We have 4 stacks of No Way Out, which is really good. We want that value off of a perk like that. And just still 1 stack of pain res in the back pocket. Still good, right? But needs to use it before that last generator. Like, you know, when the last generator does pop, he wants to be able to use it so that, you know, there's value out of it. So we'll see how they continue playing. Very nice so far. And the survivors pop another generator, going to put him at 12 points, and the killer has 16. Very good demanding start for both teams as Demonheadz continues on playing Unknown.
Absolutely. And our killer does know where everybody is at this point in time, because he managed to hit Ace through the window with a weekend to say we'll pop the gen, and we know where the Nia is. It's very valuable information. That generator in Shack had been regressed a lot just from being able to watch it along with watching the hook. That's going to be an injury onto our Sable for sure.
Ooh, another down. And this was a really weak pallet for them to be at. There's nothing you could really work with here, unless maybe you have smash hit and get stunned. But that's really about it. Other than that, you're not going to be able to do nothing in that area, unless you get to the tractor, of course, too. But especially being injured, we're just seeing them able to, you know, get to the spots that they need to be. And this is really looking really well, as we already have. It's a 1v3, so that's, you know, in the killer's favor just a little bit.
Absolutely, this is looking good for our killer, and then this will be death on Disable as well, so we are now in a 2v1. Ace has been fighting for the Shack gen, doing a very good job of dodging power on not getting hit. He does manage to get rid of the weekend as well. Yeah, there are a lot of spots on this map, any map, that are very dangerous against Unknown, because he can just bounce his power off of the wall near you. So even what would be safe pallets in a lot of places, or even god pallets, they're not safe against him, and we get the last gen done. Very nice. And I believe that was adrenaline on the Nia.
That was really nice, too, for real, because I didn't think that the last gen was going to pop, because, you know, in these 2v1 situations, It is very difficult to get the generator down, but they were able to do that. I think that if we're not mistaken, Nia was gonna go. Looks like she's trying to slowly but surely make her way around the area. Sees that. Oh wait, did No Way Out block? Yeah, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that they got it.
Yeah, we're about, what, 20 seconds into No Way Out, 25, so they still have over 30 seconds before they can even start to work on that door. This is where No Way Out becomes really valuable. They did a very good job of getting rid of the hallucinations about midway through the game. He had a lot of hallucinations around the map, and I swear I blinked and they were all gone. And you need to do that against this killer. I wonder, do we have the Nia just stealthing? Are we gonna let him die, or are we trying to get the unhooked here? No Way Out is up now, so he can work on the doors. He's gonna take a guess and as using his power over there, see if he can weaken somebody. Trying to stealth from the outside of the map. Ooh, but the Nia does not get that door open in time. Unfortunate for our Nia.
Oh, and we do see the death coming in on the ace. Oh, barely misses and gets the unhook.
Ooh.
Able to survive a little bit longer.
A little bit. Something I find very strong about this killer on unhooks, if you wait just long enough and send your UVX to them, you can instantly, off of unhook, re-weaken the survivor.
Yeah, that's actually really
very powerful.
For sure.
It's kind of like Pyramid Head, how he can shoot his power immediately. Oh, what? DVD, hello? We are going to see the 4K0 here. Very, very well played. What a great showcase. A great show from Berserker and Survivor.
Alright, so we are going to be going into the second set now, so if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so it will be Demonheadz killing again. It's going to be 28 to 15 there, very good performance, able to get that 4K at the last second, which is very nice. We like to see it. We are done with the unknown, and we will be going to the S-tier killer, the Spirit, the infamous one, on...
Hey, well, welcome back everybody, and we are going into our Spirit round now, which anybody knows me, I'm very excited about because I love Spirit. We see corrupt intervention. Oh my goodness, you know what? I'll read about the build later because we have a very, very early find and a hit onto the ace, which as Spirit is gonna be tough against these survivors. What a good find. We take a body block from the Nia. We take a hit so the ace does not go down yet, but taking a hit against Spirit can be very dangerous. Can be very, very dangerous, and she goes off of sound a lot. Our ace did an amazing job of doubling back there. Gets a lot of distance on our killer. Ace making the window, did a good job of that, buying some time, but he does indeed go down. Now we'll see agitation and pain res most likely come into play. DVD and DC, pain res, hook. And now, is our Spirit gonna stick around or go venturing out and try to find gens? It looks like our Spirit is going to go find generators out in the world and try and use our Pop Goes the Weasel. Alright, we do get pop off, but we don't see any survivors around here quite yet. We're gonna phase around the map. And none of those generators have progress on this. Gives our Spirit a lot of information. We're gonna go try and find the reset. Did they reset underhook? They did. They did. They reset underhook, and now we have 2 survivors in our sights. And we are going to go after Ace for the tunnel out. Sure, trying to mind game there. And Ace doing a good job of doubling back and confusing our Spirit a little bit, throwing off us a little bit.
Alrighty, I am
Use
back.
that palette, but it's not a great palette, especially against Spirit. And then it sounds like our ace is just going to die a corner and buy as much time for the team as possible. We see our first gen pop. Welcome back.
Yep, let's go. And as I see, as it come back, we already got one gen done, and we're about to see what our second hook is.
Our second hook.
Never mind. I lied to everybody in the stream. And I apologize for that. We're not going to see it just quite yet. So very interesting. Already seeing DS coming in, you know, in for the killer on the killer. So we know that that's not going to happen again. But hey, a quick down. And that's what happens with the S tier killers like the Spirit. They're not able, I mean, survivors aren't able to get too much progression. Sorry. Sorry, yeah, I was looking at something. But yeah, you're not able to get too much distance without getting caught back up by the killer.
Yeah, absolutely. Decisive Strike can buy a couple of seconds for the survivor, but against S tier killers, it's not going to be a huge deal. And we find a very good gen to throw our pop onto, eating away at a chunk of that progression that they did manage to get.
Yeah, and gets another quick hit too on the Quentin. Very nice. Able to get, you know, that pressure on the Quentin, move him away from the on hook and back right to where they need to be on the ace that is very close to being dead and already going to be a 1v3 with 3 generators left. Is a very nice, you know, start here. Still has 3 stacks of pain res as well too. Very good. You know, Wilco doing very nice here on the Spirit set. We love the Spirit skin as well too. Survivors did be able to pop another generator, which is decent as well too. It looks like the Spirit is able to get Quentin before you can get the on hook, and the survivors are going to pay for that as they are not able to get the on hook. So it's not looking good here, having 2 downs as well. We're going to be seeing another down as well too. Oh no, if she decides to go for the ace and he's not able to make something happen here, this is not. Oh, they decide to go for the pickup, and why not? Just get those extra hook states. Stop those generators from getting, you know, progression on them, and has the ability to go for it too. I don't think they'll be able to get the pickup either, as she picked up, you know, Quentin. That was the first one to go down. If she's very quick here with her power, she should be able to stop any survivors trying to go for the pickup here, and they don't get anywhere.
Yeah.
It looked like she lost the survivors for a second, but was able to find Renato very quickly here. So very nice.
Yeah. Absolutely do not have time in that situation to go and pick up, especially in Spirit with one person hurt. That's just asking for trouble. We see Deliverance come in.
Nice.
From our Quentin.
I was gonna say that was a pretty quick on hook. I was updating the score, so I wasn't looking at the very moment, but it wasn't an on hook, it was Deliverance. So they were able to stop, you know, the pressure. They got the reset, as we can see in the back, but Quentin is still injured, obviously, from the Deliverance, so he's gonna have to do something here. It looked like Spirit was going for the fake kick to get Quentin to run away, and it did work, and she might be able to. This is a very weak filler palette. Not much he can do here. Quentin holding off on it, though. Oh, I thought Quentin was holding the drop and was gonna get the stun, but he doesn't. Able to make distance from the hook that where Renato was, so that's good. And they pop a generator, so not a bad outcome for the survivors here with how much pressure the killer just had on them.
Absolutely. They came back from that very well. 2 slugs, an injured person on death hook. They bounced back from that very, very well.
Especially with a skilled killer like the Spirit.
Absolutely. We do manage to get the reset off last second, but it comes with a trade for a tag on Nia.
We'll see how they go
Survivor
here.
doesn't have much to work with here because the palette, the filler palette right there has already been used.
And it's the bottom side of the map too. This is not the strongest places to be at, especially like with the filler palette being gone. They have something to work with there too, but another weak palette, especially against the Spirit. So there's not much he can do here. Just try to last as long as he can. Oh, I thought we were gonna see a life play here, but we don't. Not yet. But so we get another down. Very nice. Let's see what the survivors are doing at this moment. We see the Nia just get done with that reset, going maybe to do that gen that's over here by the over to the left side. Maybe not actually. We see Quentin gets hit with pain res, unfortunately.
Ooh.
And ace around here. Spirit going back towards where they thought that where they got that pain res from.
And that pain res also tells us that they don't really have much progress on generators at all. That pain res, that's the most progressed gen, and they hit it down to like maybe 15%. That gives a lot of information.
Yeah, it does. It really does. When you're coming around as a killer and you see that gen is, you know, hit with pain res, but there's barely any progression, that means that no other generators can be worked on that have that more than that. So it gives her a good idea that she can actually take a little bit of time now and stay on these survivors and not have to pay for it with a generator popping, you know, at random. So that's very good for her. and she knows that, and that's why Quentin goes over to comm corner, trying to get away from where all the generators are being worked, giving the survivors enough time to be able to reset, and they do. So the momentum's back, you know, to even. They got one hook. No, it is death hook. Actually, now it's a 3v1. There we go. It's gonna be back. You know, it's building up on the killer's way, and if I'm not mistaken, let's check the survivors and see if we have another death hook, and we do on the ace. So that's the survivor that does not want to be caught.
We have 2 death hooks. On the survivors.
Yep, Renato too. I didn't even see.
The only person who has not been hooked is Nia. Everybody else is a death hook. This is looking very good for our spirit here. We do find the Nia in this same area that someone was caught in before. There really isn't much left here, especially against spirit, who can catch up to you so fast.
Yes.
Was this our live player? It was indeed, but. Spirit in her power, she heard exactly where the Neo was going, was able to follow her and get a quick down, but we do see a 4th generator pop.
Yep, that's going to put 12 points up for the board so far. Nia was not the death hook, but was the fresh hook. So that's going to be an extra 3 points for the killer. Just firing back on the scoreboard. Going to be putting up 20 now. Very demanding game so far. Both teams, you know, putting up the work. We got 4 hook states left, and it's going to be a 4K. Very interesting. So, you know, that means obviously the ace and Renato, like we said, is death hook. Nia's the only one that can afford to go down here. And I think the spirit knows that. So she has no problem chasing the Renato, but needs to be careful that the ace... Okay, so we know the ace isn't working on the generator, but the spirit doesn't know that. So she needs to be careful. If she doesn't know that they're working on it, she might leave the Renato and go back... Well, she's going to go back towards the on-hook probably. We'll see, though, because now that she knows the on-hook's coming, that nobody's on a generator, so she can actually stay on Renato here. Nice call. Predicts it, and we're going to be seeing our second death of the game. They need to hurry up and reset, and they're not. They're going to decide to start staying on a generator and try to pop it? They're not going to be able to either, I don't think. We'll see.
I don't think they quite make this in time, no, but they're going to try their best to make this a 4K0. However, with the Nia injured especially, that's going to be a 12. And Pop still in play, that's going to be a 12 order, and they do not get that generator in time.
Nope, and with Pop coming in, it basically eats everything that they were working on. So doubling up on it did absolutely nothing. And these 3 gens, as they might not be that strong of a 3-gen, right, compared to others, with the spirit, it makes up for it. So she's able to, you know, she could use her phasing powers to be able to patrol all 3 generators. So it's going to be extremely difficult. That would be... Oh, ace back on it. Nia needs to do something crazy here. Look, the spirit just stopping in place, waiting for the Nia to make, you know, just to use her power, but doesn't need to.
Yeah, I've noticed the spirit. The spirit does that mind game by standing still. Trying to make them think that maybe she's going to use her power, and she's going to go right back to that generator because she knows Ace is going to be on it, trying to complete it.
He is forced to be pushed off of it. Nia doesn't have Unbreakable either, so that's not going to help out. If she did, I would have been able to get something going on, but I don't think that's going to happen here.
Yeah, I think we are going to be looking at a 4K1 here. We have the cat and mouse game, hide and seek a little bit now to try and find the ace. But the chance of us getting another generator done is very low for our survivors.
Yeah, it's almost impossible. It honestly is. He's not going to allow that.
Yeah.
Because he has to go for the pickup on Nia, and if he doesn't, you know what I'm saying, you know, the spirit's just going to sit here until she bleeds out.
Yeah.
And since this isn't, like, there's no games, like, this isn't, like, you know, for a tournament, it doesn't really matter if they bleed out or not, so.
True.
I hope everybody does enjoy these expedition games. And like I said, we do have sign-up forms in the Discord. We have games available Monday and Tuesday and Saturday and Sunday as well, from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 8, 9, and 10 on at nighttime as well, too.
You see some scratch marks there. Yeah, okay. And we do indeed find the ace.
Misses barely.
Almost got that hit.
Barely. Like, literally last second, too, as well. That was really good,
yeah.
you know, pathing from the ace there to avoid that hit. But it doesn't matter. He's just stopping the inevitable from happening.
Yeah, we just want to have a good chase here. And at the end, you know, have some fun. The ace has been doing a very good job of doubling back and throwing the spirit off, but this is a dire match.
And we see the first
like, you always want to go out with a fight.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Because even if, like, you know, like, it's over with, you want to get that because this is a comp game. You know, these chases matter, you know, and it's bragging rights. You can say, like, you know, the ace, like, remember when I looped you for so and so minutes?
Yes. Absolutely. And we're gonna go basement here so that we can close the hatch, because you assume, and you can hear it too, that the Nia is going to be waiting where the hatch spawns. And you can hear the Nia moaning right outside to the left here. Not. They tried to go for hatch play with the locker grab, but are not gonna quite make it. Our spirit knows what they're doing and is not going to allow that.
Yeah, yesterday we saw Team Loyalty in the losers bracket. They lost a game based off of a hatch play. The survivor had balance landing and was able to make distance enough to be able to get the hatch play. It was very insane, and to lose a game like that in a losers bracket and be eliminated from a $500 tournament from a balanced landing play to a hatch play is just very hard to deal with. But guys, we will be back with the second game of the second set. We appreciate everybody here, and if you haven't already, make sure y'all follow the stream, and we'll be back as soon as we're ready. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are in the second game of the second set. We have Error killing against the Demonheadz. We saw the result last game. It was a 4K. They did do a decent job. They got 4 generators done, but we'll see how Error's going to respond here against the Demonheadz. Very nice game in the first one, but let's see if they're able to make it a little bit better and, you know, win the set. And we're going to go. We have one more set after this, too, by the way, for everybody. It's going to be the Nightmare on the same map. And we already caught our first survivor, which is going to be the Kate. Does a pre-drop. Going back to the tractor, I wonder if she saw somebody over here lurking and wants to catch him off by surprise. I don't think so. So that was an interesting play to do that. And let's look around. We see... Okay, we have one survivor creeping.
Yeah, but we see enduring this time on our spirit. Which this killer said, you know, screw your palace and your son. I'm gonna recover from them very, very, very fast. Please, actually, I cannot remember the second add-on with the bow. Do you know what it? Do you remember what it does?
I do not.
All right, I'm gonna look it up. Very nice blind. You don't see them actually get the blind often in call.
Yeah, especially against this killer that's moving pretty fast too with the spirits phasing. That's actually great timing there, and was able to throw her off just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but decides to leave off of that. So that is very nice. Not able to get the first hit off. Error needs to hurry up and get some pressure on these survivors. But we are going to be seeing the first tag now coming in on the Granado. Very nice. At Shack, pre-drops. They're going to be able to make distance though. So, but still, when the blind comes in.
I always find blinding spirit very interesting. Yeah, sometimes it's worth it, but you know, they're playing spirit. They're spirit specialists. They're used to using their ears and not their eyes so much.
That is
true.
But
actually, it looks like we are thrown off and we're going for somebody new.
The Sprinklers coming down the ace. Very nice being able to make this tile, but no, if they don't pre-drop it here or make the right play, they will take it in one. Oh, nice. Marvel at the very exact time needed to drop it. Preventing that hit coming in. Very nice. So Marvel's going to be able to continue on this chase without being hit. And they get the reset. So pressure is gone back to the killer. Needs to get something going now. No pressure whatsoever. And still. And the Corrupt is down too. That's actually very interesting here. Demonheadz is doing a really good job of playing against their spirit.
Very much so. Having no downs at this point in time and everybody has reset is a bit painful for our killer. We do go to the gen that Thalita was working on, which seems to be the most progress gen, so that's a good one for our killer to interrupt. But hopefully we can get a quick tag and a quick down onto her, because our killer absolutely needs this point. Ooh, and we throw it on. We try to pre-throw, but we throw it on the wrong side. That is a 50-50 pallet. That is not a very good pallet.
Thought that okay, they were right by. They almost got that prediction right, but not just quite yet. Doesn't lose too much distance or time, so you know the killer doesn't pay for it, and we finally see our first down. Let's see if the survivors are gonna pop a gem before they get the first hook. Actually, let's check. And yeah, they do. Just wanna make sure. I don't want to move because I suck for the
Oh yeah. All right, so we do see the first generator go off here, and our killer is searching around it, looking to see whoever stealth.
1 second.
If they stealth by. All right, no problem. We might try and play Pop the Weasel on this gen, I would assume. Yeah, absolutely. We need to get this gen regressing, take some pressure off of that. We see somebody working on the generator over by the truck here. We do hear the spirit coming, and then we've gone pretty far from the hook. My guess is they would get this hook for unfree oh my goodness, for free pretty soon. And they do. We're going to...
Alright, sorry about that. I'm
I
back.
can't tell what character this is.
Yeah, my bad. I just had to go do something really fast, so I apologize.
No problem.
Still? Okay, we still got one gen down, one hook.
Absolutely. We're on our Kate here. It was at the edge of the map, not the greatest place to be. But these survivors are doing an amazing job of avoiding getting hit and bringing the spirit away from her generators. Oh, and this survivor has lights, so that is going to come into play here. I invite her a little bit more time. You see our survivor crouch there is because it actually makes you quieter when you crouch. Survivor.
That's nice. Really good on the survivors being able to pop 2 generators, and that chase killer knows that there's a lot of pressure now on those gens being popped. So, oh, wow. Dang, that was a lot of gens popped back to back. They had a lot of progression, and now the spirit was just at 4 gens on that chase and back down to 1. So the pressure is on.
Yeah, it definitely hurts to see if you're the killer there. None of your pain reses have been used. Yeah, since 3 Pop knows that nobody else has been on the rest of these generators. But it's gonna be tough for the spirit to hold.
Wow, it's actually crazy to see that she haven't got 1 stack of pain res yet. And if they finish this last gen, it'd be literally 2 perks. I mean, 1 perk. Well, actually, I don't even know if they've even got pop those to weasel value with only having 2 hooks here.
They did about once, but but that's not quite enough to be able to keep the generators against survivors of this caliber. We're gonna try and fake them out by looking like we're going to that survivor and turning back to this generator. We do find the Kate. So it's pretty ideal since that would be a second hook.
Does get the hit off though. That's really good. Just going over here towards the tractor. Let's see if the survivors are probably doubling up. Oh, wow! They're doing a nice job of like spreading on the generators too, just in case like if this chase would have been very fast and they got the pain res hook, got the pop, it would not have mattered because of the fact that they have gens pressured on 2 different gens. It's very nice here.
Exactly, they have so much progress on 2 different generators here. That is what you want to do as survivor in this situation. We do indeed see pain res come in, and this was our double gen. Oh, but they get the last gen done in time.
Survivor's doing a fantastic job of splitting the pressure, you know, and look, it's gonna make the spirit not be able to play at the level that she wants to be. You know, when the killer has to play the survivor's game, this is how it ends up usually most of the time. So, you know, unfortunately here, they're not going to win this set, but they did a nice job trying to keep these survivors from, you know, finishing all the gens. But 3 hook states is 3 hook states, so they will be playing the Nightmare, though. So it's going to be exciting to see how they play this. It's a killer that you do see in comp, but not that often. And that's why we love these expedition games.
It's very rare to see, so that should be very interesting. I always love seeing killers that you don't normally see played, either in pubs or in comp. Honestly, the Nightmare is rare no matter where you go.
Yeah,
so I like seeing how the survivors adapt to them, what their counterplay is to killers like that. But good games to both of our teams here.
Yep, and we'll be back with the final matchup of this expedition game. So we're excited to see the Nightmare, and we'll be right back as soon as it's set up.